You're not only going to learn how to draft a cape sleeve pattern, you are also going to learn the neatest finishing technique around the side or armhole area. Here I have the front and back bodies. Here I have the sleeve. On the armhole curve of the sleeve, you choose a position where you want the cape of the sleeve to end. It can be 4 inches, can be 5 inches. That depends on your choice. Remember, I'm using a half scale, so the measurements are not the same thing with a full scale. So here you can use 4, 5. This depends on how deep you how covered you want your armhole to be. Yes. So whatever you get there, you now place it on the sleeve pattern. Let's say for example I got 6 cm here, so I'm going to, on my sleeve pattern, I'm going to mark that 6 cm, the 6 cm both on the front and the back respectively. Then when you're transferring your pattern, make sure that you indicate the back and the front, then the center of the crown. Then from that 6 cm, connect the line to the sleeve length. Now, the width that you can use the circumference of the upper arm, because it will give you this triangular look when you are done. So please indicate so that you not make mistake transferring, placing the back to the front when you want to attach it to the main clothes. Now I'm going to cut out, I've already cut out the pattern. I have the bodies, the front and back, then the sleeve. I did cut out the lining as well. I'm using the lemon fabric as the lining. Though what I'm making, you're going to the finishing will be neat. So you can use both sides for any part of the fabric, whether the dog teeth or the plain one for your lining. So now I'm joining the side seam of the sleeve, leaving the crown, not touching the crown. Then I'm going to cut out this part, because if I don't cut it out, it will be bulky when I turn it inside out. I'm going to go ahead to do the second sleeve, but before then, you can actually add a fusible fabric like stay, paper stay, to make the fabric have volume and it will stand better when you fix it. So I've already put my darts on. Now this is the time to show you how to do the finishing. We're done with the sleeve, right? So I've already put my darts on the bodies. I put them separately. For on the lining is separate. Look at this one, is separately, the side dart, the waist dart, so is separate. The reason is this, you will understand better when we get to that stage. Now what I will do now is to pick the lining, which is this lemon fabric. It's not actually a lining, but I'm just using it. Do you get? So I'll just turn the neck, stitch the necks separately. Now when I'm done, it now is time to adjust. I add the shoulder, face the two shoulders, the front and the back together. Now I'm going to pick the main fabric, which is duck teeth, let it face each other. Then the main fabric, the lining, which is the lemon one, let them face each other, like the right side facing each other. So I'm going to go ahead to stitch them. This is what I have. I'm going to iron it open. You can actually iron it open, or you can just pin it maybe, but it's preferably you iron it open. um so when you iron it open, it makes that place not to be bulky, like it makes it more relaxing. Yeah, because it's double fabric. Whether you're using lining, always iron open when you fix your shoulders like this. So I'm going to go ahead to do it again. Please remember the right side of the fabric of the lining facing the right side of the main fabric, the back and the front bodies. See what I have. Now, one of the reason, now it's time to put my sleeve. Remember, this is the back. Don't make mistake fixing, use that the place I notched. Don't make mistake attaching it to um, the front bodies. So the center, I'm going to place the center on the shoulder. But this time around, I'm not picking it together with the lining, which is the lemon fabric. I'm only picking the dog states. Like the dog states is the white and black um fabric. So I'm going to pick it alone for now to attach the crown of the sleeve. I'm going to come back to the lining so you see how it's done. So when I'm done joining it, remember to pin them well so that the center of the cape of the crown will not shift maybe towards the front or towards the back. As I said earlier, don't attach the crown, the back of the crown to the front, because the way the crown is, the back has kind of a bulge compared to the front. When you're drafting the pattern, if you're drafting a pattern, you see how the difference between the front and the back of a sleeve crown. So this is what I have. Now the next thing is to do is to flip it inward, then use the right side of the lining to touch the wrong side of the sleeve. This is what I have. Please, I hope it's clear. So please pin it. The pin helps you a lot so that it will not shift, so that when you are done with it, it will not, the position of this the shoulder will not shift from the one you did before, from the men fabric. So I'm going to join them now. So when I'm joining them, most times you just have to be arranging the cape inside so it will not squeeze. When it squeezes, it's not going to, remember what we're working on. We're actually working on we're trying to get a very neat and perfect finishing. So don't allow the sleeve to squeeze. Always relax it. Use your other hand, your left hand, to arrange it inside so it will relax very well. So once I'm done with this one, I'm going to do the second side of the cape, right? Yeah, so you pull it out when you're done. You pull out the back when you're done. So this is what we have. So this is what we have. This is the armhole. You can top stitch if you want. I mean top stitching on the lining, which is the lemon fabric. You can top stitch on it to make it relax, to make it more relaxing. Or you can actually use, what is it called, hemming gum, to hold the two fabrics together. Okay, then the next thing I'll do, I want to do the second one again so that I don't know if the first one is clear. So this is me doing it again. Please remember that when you're turning the other shoulder, when it's trying to meet the back, the wrong side of the sleeve, always open your seam like this, like open the seams of the shoulder. Same thing applies to the men fabric, which is the duct teeth. Um, it should be open so that it will not be bulky, because if it's bulk, remember the fabric is already like, we have like 4 pieces of fabric there already. So the seams needs to be opened so that it will not be bulky. So here, this is what I have. Iron as much as you can. This is the back. Remember, when you're doing a bodice, this, all the darts should be sewn separately. Yes, so to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. Now it's time to fix the side seam of the bodice, the front and back. Now the front and the back bodies of the men fabric should be together, like we pin them together. Likewise the lining, like this, and always iron the seams open Okay, the reason is this, so that they can be separable. We can separate the lining and the main fabric. You get, in case you're doing a reversible type of jacket or a bodice. So the seams, the line, sew the side seam of the lining and the side seam of the main fabric, sew them separately. The only place they are going to more like a join together or kiss together is the arm under armhole line. That's the only place they can join together. Okay. Oh, now that is it. You can now go ahead to fix your zipper or whichever way you want, whichever fastener you're using, whether button or zipper. Please like, share, and comment if you find this tip helpful. Thank you for watching. Thank you.